This may not look like much. Batman compared to this nigga is like the size of this Glock. I'm not lying to you, bro.
And then have him at his mercy, stabbing him and toying with him, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Which
The Absolute Universe, y'all know exactly what I'm about to look up. Yeah, no. Dun 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 dun. What's good with y'all, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Biggie Zay, and we're back today with another reaction. That was trash, but we're back with another reaction, man. Today we're gonna be checking out if Batman, not just any Batman, Arkham Knight Batman, the arguably the strongest Batman out here. We're gonna see if this Batman can survive the Absolute Universe. Ah, man, if you don't know what the Absolute Batman Universe is, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Yeah, this is Bane, and trust me, this may not look like much. This may not look like much. Batman compared to this nigga is like the size of this Glock. I'm not lying to you, bro.
can Arkham Batman survive the
And this Batman, the Absolute Batman, is taller than this Batman. This Batman's like 6'9". This nigga could be in the NBA.
Absolute Batman universe? So, Arkham Batman is typically defined as one of the most powerful versions of Batman, seeing as how he clears out these games in one night each and takes on a wide array of his villains, military armies, the list just goes on and on and on. But how would he fare in the Absolute comic universe? Let's find out. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get 150,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so please.
Yes, sir. Y'all know what to do, man. Y'all go show some support. I can't even speak today. Y'all go show some support to our guy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Leave a like as well, and
if y'all enjoyed this reaction, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Explain what the Absolute Batman universe is for people that haven't read it. At the time of this video, it's a very new comic series. Absolute Batman started last year in October 9th, 2024, and currently has about 13 issues, I want to say. This video will spoil the comics, obviously. So if you care about the Absolute Batman comics, spoiler warning right now, you are warned. Okay? Okay. So, basically, the premise of the Absolute Universe is that Batman here is actually a working class man, and in this world, he's stripped of his usual resources. He's not super rich here. He's a normal working guy.
Nah. He's sugarcoating it, bro. Batman is poor, okay? Batman is poor in this universe. They did my boy Bruce dirty.
And in this world, his father was killed in a shooting during a field trip he went on with his son, Bruce. Bruce then used his engineering talent to become the Batman. And in this world, Batman is a 6'9", gigantic beast. Violent as hell, has a potty mouth. His weapons are straight up just like blades and a giant axe. He is formidable here. Still doesn't kill though, if you're curious. Now, with that said,
of course,
villains in the Absolute Universe are straight up.
That's Killer Croc. Yeah, nigga's a dinosaur. Look at his arms. What?
Nightmare fuel. Straight up.
Oh nah, bro. Yeah, man. See, this is what I'm saying. What is this? Nigga looks like a demon.
Typically see. For example, this is Bane. Bane here might be the most threatening he's ever been.
I told y'all.
I'm not exaggerating when I say that, and we'll get to that when we get to him. But I recommend reading the series if you want to know more. It's really good and new, so you're not missing out on much right now, and you don't need any prior knowledge, so I recommend giving it a read. But how this video will work is that I will talk about the villains in the Absolute Universe, and put Arkham Batman against them, and explain if Arkham Batman can win or not. I'll use examples from the games and the comics to back up my points, and yes, let's go ahead and start with the first villain here. Okay, so the first villain is more like a villains or enemies kind of thing. The Party Animals. Basically, the Party Animals are a bunch of thrill-seeking nihilists led by Black Mask that cause horrific crimes all throughout Gotham City. They kill anybody, including children, which is crazy.
Whoa.
Basically, though, they're fodder for Absolute Batman. They're basically a bunch of people with guns that are kind of introduced to be Batman's punching bags.
Yeah.
Can Arkham Batman beat the Party Animals? And
of course.
Without a doubt, yes, they can. Anybody with their head on straight would say yes, right? The party animals are pretty organized to an extent. They target a
These aren't nothing that our Arkham Knight Bruce isn't accustomed to.
individuals
All
and
right.
events with the intent to kill, so there are a lot of them in numbers, and all of them usually armed with guns. Arkham Batman, though, as we know, has dealt with armed people all throughout the games.
Yeah.
Arkham City's reveal trailer showed him taking on a big squad of Titan guards and taking them down real easily at that. Arkham Knight, there's a whole militia army Batman's pitted up against, which includes armed people all the time. And on
Yes.
top of all that, Arkham Batman's gadgets, like the Disruptor, could easily stop weaponry, and it's basically just people with guns versus the goddamn Batman.
This is exactly how it will go. As soon as he gets surrounded by those black mask niggas, suplex,
Just like the Disruptor, could easily stop weaponry.
kick to the wall,
It's basically just people with guns
choke
versus
slam.
the goddamn Batman. Batman, no diffs, the party animals without question. I don't need to put any more examples here. If you know Arkham Batman, you know these guys stand no chance. Arkham Batman stomps. Next question.
Absolute black mask. This big brain, look at his head. Damn, shit look like a bowling ball.
Black Mask. Black Mask here is connected to the party animals as he leads them, but I put him separate because he is separate from them in that he is his own villain. Black Mask in this universe was an amazing tactician, ruthless, and could actually fight pretty well. Black Mask typically is kind of a joke in some Batman universes, but here he actually did give Absolute Batman trouble, particularly in one of the early issues. Batman gets into a fight with Black Mask on a rooftop, and Black Mask, with the party animals, is able to pin down Absolute Batman with nets and then have him at his mercy, stabbing him and toying with him, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Which
They set him on fire? See, this is what I be saying, bro. Absolute Batman just be going through it.
Batman barely manages to escape and survive. This was the only real-time Black Mask here was a threat to Absolute Batman. The next time they met, Batman did this to him, which is really funny.
Oh.
So, could Arkham Batman take on Absolute Black Mask?
Yes.
And I would say yes. However, there's a reason I brought up this example where Absolute Batman got caught in the trap. Arkham Batman, while really powerful, has gotten caught with his guard down multiple times in the Arkham games. For example, in Arkham City, Joker was able to jump on Batman here and gas him. In Harley Quinn's Revenge, Harley was able to walk up here and shoot Batman, getting the drop on him. The Arkham Knight had Arkham Batman dead to rights here. So, with Absolute Black Mask, it could be very possible he sets up a trap for Arkham Batman to try and kill him, but most likely, Arkham Batman breaks out of said trap and escapes. In a straight-up brawl between these two, Arkham Batman would win, easily in my opinion. With that being said though, Black Mask is pretty good at martial arts. In his final fight against Absolute Batman, he nearly strangled him to death. Then Absolute Batman just turns him into Daredevil. Overall, I think Arkham Batman beats Absolute Black Mask low diff. Black Mask could give him some trouble in a combat scenario, but not really in the grand
Not
scheme of
really,
things.
bro. This, bro. No, he wouldn't, bro. Because you got to remember, this Bruce, Absolute Batman, he don't got hands like regular Bruce. He didn't have the resources to get these hands. So he's a lot more brawler-like. Arkham Batman, bro, Black Mask not doing none of that. I'm telling you.
Arkham Batman easily beats Absolute Black Mask.
No diff. Absolute Clayface, Poison Ivy, and Man-Bat.
So these three, Clayface, Poison Ivy, and Man-Bat, are all semi-introduced in issue 10 of the Absolute Comics. They're all very briefly shown in this issue, but I still wanted to discuss them as even though we
What is that?
debuts, there are abilities there that are worth asking if Arkham Batman can take them out or not. To start with Clayface, basically the premise in this issue is that Bruce is trapped inside ARKHAM by Bane. Bruce keeps finding ways to escape until he gets captured again. And each time he escapes, he runs into one of these villains' biomes. Bruce encounters what appears to be Clayface in the clay biome, and here,
Oh my goodness.
all we really see is that Bruce steps on Clayface, or presumably it's Clayface, in which he then spawns a ton of hands latching onto Bruce Wayne. And that's all we really see. I just want to say that while we don't really see the Clayface here in his full prime just yet, Arkham Batman has fought his own version of Clayface, in which he was prepared for with the weakness of ice.
Yep.
Knowing the Absolute Universe and how they turn their villains to nightmare fuel, this Clayface could be way worse than the Arkham one for sure, but based off what we know just right now, I would say Arkham Batman can beat this guy pretty easily. Not going to say what difficulty though, because there's just not enough information. Next up is Poison Ivy. Now, this isn't Poison Ivy exactly. Bruce in this issue runs into the Isley biome, which turns out to be this basically haunted forest, where the trees
Uh,
are alive with their own faces
uh,
that latch on.
bro, again, demons, literal demons. No.
To Bruce. And in the background here, you can see a bunch of plant monster people that come after Bruce. We see that one of the plant monsters has the ability to extend its tongue out and basically do this hellish attack here. And
Ooh.
this is interesting. Arkham Batman hasn't fought anything like this, really, right? Batman has fought and beaten his version of Poison Ivy before, yes, but his
But
Ivy has never done
nah.
anything like this where there's living trees that can grab onto you with these plant zombie monsters coming after you. However, Batman has fought Ivy when she tried to kill him in a giant flower thing. But that's really just one direct thing Batman has to fight, you know what I mean? This one's a little tricky. Usually, Arkham Batman fights villains.
Honestly, if I had to say, I'd say he could do it without his. You know what? We're talking about Arkham Batman. Yeah, I think Arkham will be all right.
Regular thugs throw.
I'm telling you, Arkham Batman is different. Arkham Batman is
but
different.
Those are kind of regular things in the grand scheme of the Batman universe, right? Arkham Batman's never fought anything this horrific or outlandish, I guess you could say. I want to say Arkham Batman wins despite all of that, but if Absolute Poison Ivy gets to drop on Arkham Batman with these things at her side, I wouldn't say it's impossible for her to not win.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy is one of the Batman's most powerful villains in terms of raw power and ability. Based off this little information, I could see her beating Arkham Batman truthfully, but like I said, there's not enough information just yet to fully tell.
Yeah.
Finally, for this section, there's Man-Bat, or more accurately, Man-Bat and his army of mutated nightmare animals. Absolute Batman walks into the Langstrom experiment here, in which he finds someone that resembles Man-Bat with his army of grotesque, mutated, half-human, half-animal people, I guess you could say. Straight up horror, right? We don't really see anything at all in what these guys could do, but I think Arkham Batman would realistically low-diff these guys.
Yeah.
Just based on their physical appearance, they all look like they're already about to crumble over anyway, especially this guy.
Literally. Man, one super kick and he's out of here.
Arkham Batman has been shown to fight actual behemoths like Origin Bane, Killer Croc, Clayface, and his own Man-Bat. And even though Arkham Man-Bat did not fight back, Arkham Batman was still able to physically restrain him for a bit, which I think matters. I think Arkham Batman low diffs the absolute version of Man-Bat here currently with his animal army or whatever. But yes, that's it for those three. Let's move on to the next.
Absolute Riddler. Fuck the Riddler, bro.
There's something that happens after the first bite of the McChicken. Silence. We're not saying it's the perfect study break.
You're tired.
It's not.
Riddler. Now, Riddler in the Absolute Universe is not a villain. Not yet, anyway. In this universe, him and Bruce were actually childhood friends alongside some other famous Batman villains. Edward is a genius, not just some riddle guy. In this world, he built an AI robot he named the Riddler that helps Bruce with his Batman activities. He's also done things like reverse engineer a party animal mask for Batman to use to his benefit, and things of that nature for Absolute Batman. Riddler is like the big tech guy here. Anyways, in one of the recent issues, Bane gets to Edward, and Bane beats his skull in, which forced Eddie to rebuild himself with the Riddler robot's brain. And that's the last we see of it at this point. Unless you're from the future and see how Riddler is way after this video is dropped, in which case, hello. I wanted to add him in here briefly because we do see his intellect and how dangerous he could potentially be. He can build and reverse engineer high-tech equipment that not even Absolute Batman can, and he uses his Riddler robot to track people down, to say the least. Now, could Arkham Batman stop this guy if he became full-on villain mode? And I would say yes. Arkham Batman could beat this guy, but I think this version of Riddler is way more cunning than Arkham Riddler. It may take Arkham Batman a bit more brain power to take him down, but I think ultimately he would win. I wanted to add him in here though, in case someone else has a more educated opinion on it.
I mean, because if we're gonna assume that this Riddler gets like the resources that this Riddler and all the other Riddlers get, because that's what it's been for the most part. They've mostly gotten all their resources except Batman. So this looks like a even more deranged Riddler. Unknown diff, literally, because I don't know. This one might be tough for Batman. This motherfucker right here, bro. No. Send him back to hell, please.
Absolute Mr. Freeze. Oh my god. Mr. Freeze. Typically one of Batman's most depressing and redeemable villains in a way. In the Absolute Universe, though, he's not. This guy is horrifying, straight out of hell. This is not the Victor Freeze we know, but it's actually his son, Victor Freeze Jr. And in
Oh
this
my
version, his parents, which is Victor Freeze and Nora Freeze, put him in a cryogenic state to survive an illness he had. And the entire time, Victor Jr. reveals he was conscious and he was experiencing the worst unimaginable pain. It affected his psyche and made him go insane. The Freeze family then discovered an ancient ice mutagenic
Wow.
bacterium that gave this Victor Jr. his ice powers and transformation. These two things turned him into the universe's Mr. Freeze, this monstrous pale creature who was revealed to keep his parents in a cryogenic state, as well as a bunch of other people he abducted in those cryogenic states as well. He even managed to get Bruce Wayne in one until Bruce managed to break out and fight him. His powers consist of being able to freeze anything he touches, heat absorption, which allows him to lower the temperature in his vicinity, enhance durability, and being a menace and insane.
Literally a
Could
straight
Arkham
menace.
Take on this version of Mr. Freeze. This could be a new one. To compare to the Arkham universe's Mr. Freeze, that version didn't really have any supernatural powers like Absolutes does.
That Mr. Freeze in Arkham Knight, he was just anemic. That was his problem. That nigga was dying.
Take on this
absolute
this
nigga.
Could be a new one. To compare to the Arkham universe's Mr. Freeze, that version didn't really have any supernatural powers like Absolutes does.
I swear to goodness, if a fucking ugly ass monster came at me like that trying to freeze me, bro, I promise you, getting me a lighter, give me some alcohol, hit me a couple hand signs, fireball jutsu, nigga.
Freeze. This could be a new one. To compare to the Arkham universe's Mr. Freeze, that version didn't really have any supernatural powers like Absolutes does. The Arkham Mr. Freeze had a suit he needed to survive and a big ice gun. A little bit more manageable, I would say, compared to this walking nightmare.
Yeah.
Arkham Batman has convincingly beat his version of Mr. Freeze before multiple times, but with the Absolute version, Batman has to worry about freezing anytime he touches him. The cold walking zombie army that Absolute Mr. Freeze has, as well as all his other enhanced abilities. Just to say this, I think yes, Arkham Batman can beat Absolute Freeze.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a lot more difficult. It wouldn't be a cakewalk. Let's break down the abilities. Absolute Mr. Freeze can freeze anything he touches and also make his environment go to sub-zero temperatures. Arkham Batman has a suit designed to counter this.
Yes.
You see it in Arkham Origins, the XC suit in the DLC. If Batman really needed to counter Absolute Mr. Freeze, the suit would be the perfect answer as it basically nullifies all of Freeze's abilities. For the ice minions that he has, they honestly just seem like really easy to take down. They're skinny and cold and probably don't possess any real combat threat.
They ain't got no type of nutrition, bro. Malnourished.
Absolute Freeze's durability and agility, which I think Arkham Batman could handle. He's handled it before with people like Copperhead, Ra's al Ghul, Deathstroke.
Did you see that right hook?
He's handled it before with people like Copperhead, Ra's al Ghul, Deathstroke, the list goes on. I don't think Absolute Mr. Freeze has a trick that Arkham Batman has not seen, so yes, I do think that Arkham Batman could beat this guy. But I see it as not being as easy. Even Arkham Mr. Freeze seemingly gave Batman trouble back in Arkham City.
Yeah.
I think Absolute Freeze is more powerful, so yes, I think Arkham Batman beats Absolute Mr. Freeze, but with a mid difficulty, I would say. There is some trouble, but ultimately,
I respect that.
He would win. Next.
Absolute croc. Fucking dinosaur.
This may be the lowest you've ever seen, because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you can say goodbye to ads on sites like YouTube. And while we're blocking ads, why not save some money too? After you add ad block, download the
Killer Croc. Killer Croc is also, spoilers, a walking behemoth in the Absolute Universe.
Yeah, bro.
Terrifying. Now, Waylon Jones in this universe, similar to Riddler, was another childhood friend of Bruce Wayne's. He was transformed into Killer Croc by the people at ARKHAM. He turns into this giant, scary version of Croc. He was always scary looking, but look at this dude's jaw and teeth and how huge he is. There has been moments
it don't make no
where
sense.
he was easily able to kill Batman if he wanted to. But we never see the two fight as of yet. We do see him kill some scientists and move like how Croc does.
What?
According to the wiki, he has claws, obviously, enhanced agility and strength, fangs, and also martial arts, since this Croc is a former AFC champion, which is insane. Now, with this being said...
You mean to tell me you gave Killer Croc... You gave Killer Croc the fucking skills of Israel Adesanya? What?
could Arkham
Alex
Batman be a
Pereira,
version of Killer
John
Croc?
Jones.
So, Arkham Batman's version of Croc is way less threatening than this guy. The Arkham Croc, we see Arkham Batman beat him once in Arkham Origins, where his mutation is a little less severe. We also see Arkham Batman technically win in Arkham Asylum, although it's more of a Batman avoiding him kind of situation. And in Arkham Knight, we see Batman beat him with the help of Nightwing. We never see Arkham Batman 1v1 Croc in his true prime and most powerful when in
And
Arkham Knight. There's always a factor like Nightwing here or the traps in Arkham Asylum.
I mean, but that still counts as a dub. And he definitely might be able to. I don't know, bro. Absolute Croc is scary, bro.
Arkham Batman, as strong as he is, I wouldn't say he's ever faced an opponent physically as strong as Croc. I would say this Croc here is stronger than Arkham Croc. He's even more powerful
Definitely.
than Arkham Origins TN1 Bane or Clayface from Arkham City. It is true we never see absolute Croc's full power and feats as of now, but I do think it's very possible this version can win against Arkham Batman. In defense of Arkham Batman, though, his agility is top-notch. Arkham Batman's reactions are really quick, as we've seen. So
Yeah.
absolute Croc getting a quick insta-kill chomp kind of attack on him is unlikely. Not impossible, though. As far as strength goes, Arkham Batman is shown to have punches that could damage his version of Croc, but I think it will take more than that to hurt Absolute Killer Croc, I would say. Thankfully, Arkham Batman has things like the shock gloves.
I was about to say, he's going to have to shock the shit out of this dude Croc, bro. He's going to have to.
Really strong fire.
Or, yeah, get the tank.
Damage. With all that being said, I'd say a huge factor in a fight between these two would be the setting. If it's in a
Yeah, if Arkham Batman can get his Batmobile, he'll kill Absolute Croc pretty easily. He's gonna blow his ass up.
small confined space, I would say Croc has a huge advantage. If it's somewhere outside, I think Arkham Batman has the advantage. He can call in his vehicles, he can escape on the rooftops, etc., etc. If it's in the sewers, I don't know, bro. I think Croc for sure has it. There's a lot of factors with the setting. I think stealth is also a huge factor too. Batman concealing himself and getting the drop on Croc to get behind him or something is a very big possibility, as he does the same thing to some of his villains like TN1 Bane, for example, arguably his most powerful enemy we've seen in the Arkhamverse. With all that being said, it's hard to tell. I would say that yes, Arkham Batman could win.
He could win,
It's
yes.
definitely not a for sure win. If I had to put it out of 100%, I would say Arkham Batman wins 60-40 in his favor. I think with Arkham Batman's knowledge, experience, firepower, resources, it's definitely more in his favor, I would say, to take on this version of Croc, but it's a much harder fight than Arkham Croc. An absolute Killer Croc with his size, his martial arts experience is a huge factor in overall abilities. I think if he gets one good hit on Arkham Batman, he probably wins. So he definitely has a strong chance. I think if Absolute Killer Croc didn't have any martial arts knowledge, Arkham Batman would have a way higher shot of winning. But that's a huge factor here that I think is a little bit more...
Like, his teeth go down to his fucking chest. Absolute Bane. This is where it really is getting... It already started getting interesting. Hold on, bro. It already was getting interesting with Absolute Croc, but Absolute Bane is...
the last real villain here, and by far the most interesting and overpowered Bane. Absolute Bane. I know I've said this for like most of the villains here, but I mean it when I say I think that Absolute Bane might just be, easily at that, the most intimidating, ruthless, intelligent, powerful version of Bane. To put it in perspective, Absolute Batman is 6'9" and weighs 420 pounds or something.
Yes.
It's confirmed. The Absolute Batman is a unit. Now look at this image of Bane.
I told you, bro. He is the size of his Glock, bro. He can put that nigga in his pocket right now. That is his toy, bro. He belongs to Bane now. It's over. I ain't gonna lie. Arkham Batman, you're probably about down to his kneecaps. You're getting squashed.
Look at it closely. I'll give it a second. Look at how...
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. And even this Batman couldn't beat Bane. I don't know, bro.
Monstrously huge this guy is. This Bane was at the ARKHAM facility, basically hell in the Absolute Universe. And when Batman sneaks in, he meets Bane here for the first time, and their fight was, without a doubt, easily won by Bane. This dude tortures him and toys with him. This Bane has mastered and probably knows more martial arts than Batman, None of Batman's attacks in the fight work here. Bane is absolutely humongous, easily destroys Batman, and the
He
scariest
finger tapped him.
part of Bane in the Absolute Universe, which gives him the edge over other versions, is the Venom. Venom is typically the thing that just makes him stronger. Here, it not only makes him stronger, but makes him smarter. It enhances his body and mind far beyond normal human capabilities.
Oh
His
my
Bane
goodness.
easily beats Batman, tortures him, keeps him as his guinea pig for like over a month in the comics here, and implants Bruce with a venom system in his brain and spinal cord.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely terrorizing version of the character. Now, could Arkham Batman beat this version of Bane? Let's compare it to Arkham Bane. The Arkham Bane in the Rocksteady trilogy is a joke, right? Venom or no Venom, he's a bumbling buffoon. Arkham Origins, that Bane was the actual threat. Strong as hell, smart as all else, strategic and cunning. He was a huge threat to Arkham Batman.
Yeah.
However,
He was definitely
compare
tough.
this Bane to this Bane. The Arkham Origins Bane nearly beats Arkham Batman, although he never truly had a chance to kill Batman, I would say. He was able to do some serious damage to him, but ultimately never kill him. And
Yeah, bro. And if this Bane is doing this to Arkham Batman,
Arkham Origins Bane arguably
he don't stand a chance, bro. He don't stand a
the
chance.
physically powerful villain Arkham Batman fought
my
because of the
back.
TN1 version we see at the end of the game. Now, with Arkham Batman, I wanted to point out one feat I would give to him, which is how durable he truly is.
He is.
TN1 Bane punches Batman here multiple times and punches him straight through a concrete wall.
Boom.
And Arkham Batman legit just gets up and shrugs it off and beats him. What? So Arkham Batman can take some serious damage. That being said, I think Absolute Bane with Venom is way more powerful than TN1 Bane. And I also think
Way
Absolute
stronger.
Bane is more intelligent than Arkham Origins Bane by a large margin. Any martial arts Arkham Batman knows, Absolute Bane would most likely know as well.
This
As
dude
said by
said, bro, hold on. He's acknowledging Batman's Muay Thai. Guess what? Blah, finger tap. Broke his shit. It's all right, focus. You have another arm. Blah. This dude is crazy.
martial arts Arkham Batman knows, Absolute Bane would most likely know as well. As said by Absolute Alfred in the comics about Bane, there's no plan of attack he hasn't studied, no strategy he doesn't know.
Oh my
Bane is an
goodness.
absolute tactical genius as well. I would say the one difference Arkham Batman has over Absolute Batman that could make a difference are the gadgets.
Yeah.
Absolute
The
Batman is more
gadgets,
blunt.
that's what I'm saying. The gadgets would definitely help. And it would definitely give him a better chance. I still just don't know, bro.
Gadgets, I would say like an axe and sharp objects and stuff, while Arkham Batman has way more advanced technology. This could possibly make a difference in this fight, but really, if Absolute Bane knew he was coming to fight Arkham Batman, honestly, I see Arkham Batman losing.
Yeah.
Arkham Batman, as powerful as he is, has had a plethora of times where he was at his villain's mercy. Hugo Strange could have killed him right here. Joker could have killed him right here. Arkham Knight could have killed him right here. Even Copperhead might have had a chance, I don't know. These are all villains that Absolute Bane would stomp without question. The way Arkham Batman beats his version of Bane is by taking out his venom tubes, crippling him essentially. Absolute Bane, the venom is just merely a bonus.
Yeah.
Raw self
That's what I'm saying. It's a bonus. This is him. I'm pretty sure this is him without Venom.
is just way too powerful here. Does Arkham Batman stand zero chance? I wouldn't say zero, but I think Absolute Batman would beat Arkham Batman. It's just way more likely that way, in my opinion. I think it's way more likely that Absolute Bane beats Arkham Batman low difficulty. The fact that this Bane's venom enhances his strength and intelligence, the fact that he knows just about every martial arts, the fact that he's a tactical mastermind, the fact that he's just an insane genius, the fact that he's just this big, he's, in my opinion, the most terrifying version of the character. And I really think he could beat Arkham Batman. Dude is a straight badass, honestly. He's actually pretty badass. But as of now, those are all the villains in the current run of Absolute Batman that are viable.
And there's one that he hasn't gotten to. And I'm going to show y'all, bro. Y'all, for those who know about the Arkham,
For the
not Arkham, but the Absolute Universe, y'all know exactly what I'm about to look up. Yeah, no. Bruce, Arkham Bruce. Count your motherfucking days, homie.